Hi everybody, and welcome to June's forecast. Are you ready? Are you ready to see what's in store for us? This month we're going to do it a little bit differently. We're going to do a soul coaching card. We're going to do an Ascended Masters card and a Four Agreements card. So we can really get to the heart of the issue and see the theme and the big lessons coming up in June. I'm so excited. So let's dive right in. So let's begin with the Soul Coaching Oracle card. This one. Let me give it a quick shuffle. Hopefully more cards won't fall out than 40, right? Okay, so what is going to be the big message for June for all of us? The big message for all of us watching this, okay? It's going to be the big message. Oh, nice. Very nice. Truth. So guess what that means? Can you see that okay? It's really interesting. When this card comes up in a card pull or a reading, it generally means find your truth. Be honest with yourself and speak from your heart. Yeah. But when it comes up as a month-long theme, it means that, of course, but it also means more. It's time to walk the talk. It's time to stop talking about all these great ideas you have, great plans you have. It's time to put all of these things into motion and follow through. But it also means it's time to be honest with yourself. Listen to your inner guidance. And maybe June is the month where we check ourselves and establish why we're doing what we're doing. Doing things for our highest good, or are we engaging in self-sabotage? Truth as a theme for the month, it's really interesting. I think it's going to be a lot of soul reflecting, but it's also going to be a really fast month. Things are going to happen quickly, so it's really important to get centered now and find our truth, because often the hardest thing about living your truth is actually knowing what it is. There's a place inside of you that always knows what's true for you and what isn't. Just like you know what's best for you. And some things that maybe aren't in your best interest, but you kind of ignore that voice and keep going, right? It would seem that June would be a good time to maybe have that talk with yourself about what your motivation is. We want things to be the way we want them, but sometimes it doesn't work out. And that's actually okay, because sometimes we weren't meant to get the things we think we so desire. Yeah? Because haven't you ever worked really hard to get something and then once you attained it, it wasn't all of that? There's lots of lessons with truth and with being in your truth and telling the truth. So if you're struggling on what you should do, if you should move house, if you should change jobs, if you should ask that person out, you know the answer. You may not want to hear it, but you do know the answer. So June is going to be the month where you check in with yourself and get clear on your motivation and what you truly want out of life, what you want out of this experience. And then the next question, of course, is to stand in our truth, understand why we're not going after those things, why we're not working to attain them, whether it is that new relationship or whether it's ending a relationship, whether it's moving a house, whatever it may be. The question is, once you find your truth, why aren't you committed to it? Sometimes it takes us moving into a place of sincere silence where we can tune into our intuition, tune into our higher selves. That means being still and being quiet, not being constantly bombarded by noise or activity or people. So June is shaping up to be a month of self-reflection, but also it's going to be a great time to get back to nature, to spend time with your loved ones, and to be in your truth. Let's see what message the Ascended Masters have for us for June. So let's shuffle these cards and what will be our Ascended Master and the message they bring forward for the month of June for all who are watching. Okay, and the card is, oh, nice, nice. Choose peace, which is really amazing. That's really a good card. So when we see this, especially with these two cards, a positive transformation is on the way. This Ascended Master is responsible for bringing yoga and meditation to the West and all the spiritual changes that came with that knowledge, all the spiritual energy that came when that information was accessible to more people, right? When this card comes up in a card pull, basically it is listen to your heart's truth. And we already have the card for truth. So think about these two together. Think about that type of message. You already know what you're supposed to be doing. You know the path you're supposed to be following. This could be the pivotal time that shifts everything for you, and you commit fully to that path of personal truth and transformation. And another way of interpreting this card is there's always a peaceful answer. So if you're struggling, you're caught in a situation where you're not happy and you feel like it's fight or flight, there is always a peaceful way to move forward. When we come from a place of peacefulness, of being centered, being grounded, that's when miracles happen. That's when we manifest great things. Meditate, do yoga, commit to your spiritual practice and your spiritual studies. Get centered, get grounded, and really commit to your practice in June, because this has the potential to really shift you forward and change your life. So this is an amazing combination of these two cards together. Tune in for the next video where we will draw several 4 agreement cards to see how we can fine-tune this energy and make the most of June. Reiki blessings. Bye-bye.